Bondi's most dramatic resuscitation in recent memory.
When you lose sight of someone, I tend to always think of the worst.
He's clinically dead.
The ocean owned them. There's nothing they could do.
No one could really understand, and then it was just pure laughter.
1 p.m. and Harry's paddles out to Ben Buckler to catch some waves during his lunch break.
It's extremely important to have exceptional skills out in the ocean, so when the waves do come up, I have to go out there and train. When we get big waves here at Bondi, the rips pull so hard, it turns into a real dangerous beach. And on this particular day, I was out in the big waves and I look across at the rock shelf and I noticed 2 scuba divers.
Conditions are deadly enough for swimmers, but divers, strapped with tanks and equipment, are destined for disaster.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I knew I had to do something. I was screaming at it. Get off, climb up the rock. Quick. Go.
In front of Harry's, the 2 divers are hit by a giant wave.
And threw them so hard into the back of the rock face that I heard the scuba diving tanks go ping.
Harry's can't see the divers who have disappeared in the whitewater. Without a radio, he is unable to communicate the emergency back to the tower.
I was screaming up at the rocky shelf above, call the lifeguards, call the police. I knew if we got a 000 call that it'd get back to the lifeguards too.
Hello? Something's happened on the rocks. Harry's just called someone to get the lifeguards down there.
North Bondi?
Yeah, North Bondi on the rocks. Harry's just phoned us someone on the rocks.
We had no idea what was going on. We didn't know if it was in the water, if it was on the land, if it was a resus, if someone had been rescued. We just had no idea what was going on.
For Harry's now, I can't see anything. Okay, was he hurt or was it sort of someone else, do you think? Hang on.
There were just phones ringing everywhere. The police, ambos, Surfcom, everything's going on.
Okay, just stay on the phone for me if that's all right.
For all this to be happening, this has got to be proper.
Harry's is the only lifeguard who knows the last location of the 2 divers.
I can see Harry's is off. Someone took me behind.
We could see a rescue board tucked up against the boat ramp. That's when I got in the buggy, got the defib in there, and I drove along the road and around the houses.
Harrison heads to another access point.
I saw 2 guys sitting there in wetsuits and dive tanks and 2 cops just interviewing them.
After trying their luck entering the surf on one of the biggest days of the season, the 2 divers are lucky to be alive.
What are you doing scuba diving today?
Just checking it out, man.
My eyes were just going from them to the 10-foot surf and rocks, back to them, then back to the 10-foot surf and rocks, and my brain just couldn't piece it together what I was actually seeing.
A big set comes in, knocks Colin over, and the lifeguard is like, get out. And then we start turning around, another wave comes, knocks me over, and then by then we're pretty much just like face planting against the rock.
Harry's finally makes it ashore.
You know, I had this immense amount of frustration and anger in me, thinking how could they have done this to themselves? And then there was the sign of relief that, you know, they are alive and they're out of harm's way. That's 20 years working down here and I've never seen that. It was like the situation you 2 are in. I've lost my voice from screaming. And I seen that 10-foot wave hit you guys. It's just like a pinball, across the rocks. And I know how easy it is to lose a life, and that's as close as you're going to get.
The incident has cost emergency services thousands of dollars.
I can't even begin to comprehend what they were thinking, let alone if those guys got in the water, they wouldn't have come out alive.
There's so much water moving, you wouldn't even be able to see your hand in front of your face, let alone being able to see Dory or Nemo or... What's Nemo? Bruce.
You can actually almost tell the way someone's gonna be able to handle the ocean before they go in the water. The guy jumped off the point here at the north end and we seen him go across and we thought he was all right. And both Jess and I kind of turned around for just 1 second. Before you know it, it just ripped him across so quick.
When you got the nor'east swell coming straight into the tenor, you can't even pedal against it. The current's that strong, and if you try to pedal back, you're just going straight into the rocks.
So then it's just game on, and we just had to act straight away. I just ran, I grabbed the flippers and the tube, ran round. I said, Jess, radio jet ski, radio Bronny, get some backup round. It's always in the back of your mind, especially in that situation, that something could go wrong. There's a lot of rocks around, a lot of water moving. But that's what Jesse's there for. That's why he's radioing the jet ski. That's why the guys at Bondi are coming over, just to back up, to make sure that nothing goes wrong.
As I was running up there, it was like the rain was hurting me. It was coming down that hard and I couldn't see. I was just squinting my eyes.
The moment I hit the water, I've just got my head down and just motoring out there. I had no visual whatsoever.
When you lose sight of someone, it's not a good feeling, and I tend to always think of the worst.
He came really close. He came really close to those rocks there. Through sheer luck, a wave must have lifted him up and put him on a ledge and pretty much taken him to safety. And then I looked at Jess, because Jess couldn't see in and around, and I gave him the thumbs up. He's all right, because there's no way Jess would have been able to see him.
Right now, he's probably just straight underneath us, but Bisho said he's all good, so.
And then it was just a matter of him trying to get back around, which was the difficult part, but he eventually obviously made it.
My occupation in Brazil is lifeguard, you know? No panic, man. I have a big wave in my country. Lifeguard help me. I come, drop in the rock, that's it. I'm here. Look, I'm happy. No problem.
It's a big sigh of relief to know that I don't have to swim in there if he's not getting bashed up against the rocks.
You know, that guy should have gone and bought himself a lottery ticket that day. He was very lucky to get up where he got up.
I love you, Australia.
Harries and Skeeny spot an illegal trespasser.
I see this horse-like creature. It was a dog. It was like a Great Dane, just come running by me and start bowling kids over, and I'm like, oh my God. And a few seconds later, I see the owner chasing the dog.
Hey, yeah! Come back, you man! I got it. Get him in, bring him in. Come on. Come down here. Thank you so much.
As soon as I got in the vehicle, he just jams himself under my legs.
Gosh, yeah. My legs are jammed up. What are you doing? Come here.
Skeeny has to get out of the buggy and come around to my side, the driver's side, and grab the dog.
I've got him. I'll walk you back around and sit him on that side. Let go of him. I'll walk you back now. And then sit up.
We both had to wrangle the dog to get it back in the vehicle. The poor owner's just watching the whole time.
Right, sit.
He jumped, I was literally driving, looking for a parking spot. He jumped down the back window. So I left my car over there and sprinted.
I really think that for every occasion, you do need a song. And there's no better song than
How much is that dog in the window?
So much trouble!
He was going mad down the flag. He's so beautiful.
So much trouble. If I get a parking ticket?
No, he'll be right.
You know, when you have a Great Dane / horse, you know, you need different defensible measures than walking a Chihuahua along the promenade or up in the car park. So, you know, maybe having a couple of ropes on that dog or a lasso or something ready to go before it hops out of the car next time.
It was late afternoon, it was a pretty busy day. I locked up the tower. I went, you know what, I'll go in there, I'll clean it up. Get some good points to my name. So I went in there to clean it up. When I went in there, I was only propping the door open with my foot. My foot slipped off. And just all came crashing down, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, North Tower to Chapo, pack up.
Yeah, Chapo.
Probably not going to believe this one, but I was semi-stuck in the tower, eh? The door and the roof just shut on me and I can't get out.
So yeah, when I radioed in, there was about 10 seconds of silence going, what? Like no one could really understand, and then it was just pure laughter.
Really? Yeah, it's pretty heavy. I'm stuck. The door's not opening, eh?
You think you've seen everything? Trainees, they always come up with something new, don't they?
Yeah, unfortunately Hoppo was on. Hoppo was in the tower, so he watched the whole event unfold.
Not only is Jethro stuck, but none of his brothers in blue are rushing to the rescue.
They were just waiting. No one was helping me.
Well, I think we're just going to leave him there till tomorrow morning when we open it up.
Oh, rescue! I got stuck. What are you doing there, bro? I got stuck. Serious? You couldn't get out?
Reddy didn't even know I was in there. Reddy just came by and found me in there. So thank God Reddy was around.
He's finally managed to fly the coop, but now Jethro has to face his boss, Hoppo.
Have you got an explanation on how it actually happened?
I was using my back foot to hold it open, and I landed a little bit too far, my foot slipped, and it all just shut.
It's been a long afternoon, but that's just made my day.
We got notified up in the tower by a member of the public that there might have been someone in trouble in the flags.
A Bondi Rescue crew member confirms the sighting.
Someone out of the water over there and clear on the shore.
Beardy and Mouse race from the tower, carrying the medikit and defibrillator.
Can I get an ambulance here ASAP where they've just dragged someone out of the water?
We need the ambulance, we need all the boys on scene to get this one because this is a drowning.
Water froths from his lungs and obstructs his airway.
I'm just going to give him a bit of a pump here. We need to establish an airway, and we do have a Goodell airway.
Yeah, let's roll him.
Our Goodell holds the patient's tongue down so they don't choke on their tongue, and it opens a clear airway for us to continue EAR on. He started draining, and I knew we had an airway.
Get that defib on him.
Lifeguards attach the defibrillator. If the man's heart stops beating, he will be given an electric shock to restart his heart. If a shock is administered, anyone touching the patient will be electrocuted as well.
Stop CPR. Stop now. Do not touch the patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. I have to Do not touch the patient. No shock advised.
Okay, we're gonna roll it back again.
Okay, just wait.
To help drain water from the man's lungs, lifeguards place him in the recovery position.
Mate, if you can hear us, squeeze your right hand, buddy.
Can you hear us?
Buddy, squeeze that right hand.
No, 45 seconds.
Just keep draining that water out of him. Can you feel the pulse?
You keep going, I'm just concentrating.
Faintly.
Yeah, okay, well then, okay, he's got a pulse.
I want that on.
The man was found floating between the flags, the safest part of the beach.
Just try and get not far out. Yeah, just by himself though, yeah?
Yeah.
Beardy notices a telling injury.
He was blood on his head. Guys, I'm a bit worried. I want to put this neck collar on him, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Let's try and straighten up his spine.
Lifeguards suspect he's possibly suffered a spinal injury. New recruit Mario is sent to the tower to recover the spinal cord. It's the first resuscitation he's been involved in.
Adrenaline, I drive as fast as I could. I start moving people in front of me.
What do you need, brother?
Yeah, possible.
Does anyone over there know this gentleman?
Analyzing. No shock advised. It is safe.
Lifeguards must keep the man alive until paramedics take over.
Bondi Central to the boys. I just run back to the Ambo. The Ambo is still at Ramwick.
Okay, copy that. He's breathing, but he's unconscious at the moment. So, yeah, we keep you posted. Thank you.
Pulse 67, 71, 83, it's rising, which is good.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe it's worth rolling him, putting the neck collar on, coming back over?
On 3, Mouse, you can drop that for a second. 1, 2, 3, roll.
Good work, good work, good work.
We took him out of the recovery position because there were signs of life. He was responsive to us. He was squeezing our hands, and we were happy with the clear airway that we had with the Goodell.
Mate, can you open your eyes for us? You can open your eyes. Okay, that's good. I know it's hard, mate. You need to try and just take a big, deep breath. Calm down for us.
If the man has a spinal injury, moving him is risky, but lifeguards must prioritise his airway.
If you need to spit out,
Vomit,
mate.
mate. Need to vomit,
That's it. That's it. That's it. Spit it out, mate.
Spit it out.
Analyzing.
Guys, can you move out of the way so the ambulance can get down here, please? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Out of the way.
It was a big relief to have the paramedics turn up and take over.
All right, have we got any straps for this board? Yep.
Yeah, they're on that.
We'll clip them in right now.
What happened to the man is a mystery. The first person to spot him in the water was a nearby swimmer.
We was playing with my son on the waves, and we saw him facing down, and we saw that he was holding the breath. And we looking for a little while, and he didn't move. And after that, making like convulsions, and I just touched him, and he didn't respond, and I just turned around. He tried to breathe, but I think he got a lot of water on the lungs, and that's why he couldn't breathe. And after we put him on the side, he started breathing, but with difficulty.
Okay, everybody on 3, 1, 2, 3, lift.
Yep.
So mate, you've got to really try and
keep your head straight.
Well, heaps of things can cause him to be unconscious in the water. It could be a medical illness. It could have been ran into someone, knocked unconscious. He left the beach alert, conscious, probably with a bit of water in him, but I think that he was a very lucky man that the situation went the way it did.
From what we know, there was no friends or family around, so at the moment he's just a mystery man.
The fact that no one knows who he is, and up to this point we really don't know what happened, is it's a bit of a sad story. It just would be nice to, just work something out, because at the moment I feel a bit like lost with it all, Get him in the car.
After extensive medical treatment, the man's condition stabilised. The mystery surrounding his identity is also solved, and James was reunited with concerned relatives and loved ones.
Something is happening between the flags.
Hey, get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Get him out of the water, get him out of the water. Ready? And then we'll start compressions up here.
A swimmer has drowned at Bondi.
Come on. Yeah, we need him up.
Face blue, no pulse. He's clinically dead.
I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Get Goodell in.
Come on, back.
Let's get the defib.
No, we need someone to come up and get a defib.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, guys, you do me massive favour, man. Green shorts. Someone's just drowned. Get down there, man. Run. Where's that defib? We need it.
He's now been clinically dead for 3 minutes.
21, 22. Keep going, Chappo. Someone give Chappo a break.
Yeah, I'll come in.
All right. Wait. Right out. Let's go.
Wait, mate, can you, please,
get back, mate.
Yeah, but we're happy we've done this a lot of time.
Keep going, Maxie. Okay, two breaths, mate. 1. Just slow down. Let's go. Pads on.
Just stop talking over the top of each other.
It's now 4 minutes since the man was first discovered. No one knows how long he was under the water before then. It's critical that no one touches the man's body while it is shocked.
I know you can't touch him. Don't touch him. You'll get electrocuted.
Check airway.
Someone need to go.
Breathing. If needed, begin CPR.
Has he got a pulse? I've got a pulse. I have a pulse. I have a pulse.
He's responding.
Let's go.
He's all right, mate. We got him. Mate.
Continue.
His name is Ryan Kim, 26, a student from Korea.
Let's try how many side on 3. 1, 2, 3.
See if we can clear his airway. Give him a better.
See if he wants to vomit.
Yeah. Take the Goodell out now.
Okay.
Continue.
If he doesn't.
That's it. He's got a lot of fluid coming out.
That's what we want to do.
That's good.
Do you think he might have hit his head on the bottom? No.
Can he swim?
No.
I think he's coming around, but a bit more oxygen. Okay, he's getting a lot more colour in his face.
Then, only minutes after being brought back to life,
You're right, mate.
Hey,
Stay.
It's okay, buddy.
You're right.
It's okay.
You're okay. Keep the oxygen on.
I'd like to put him in recovery.
Get the therapy mask.
Yeah.
Ryan still needs urgent medical care.
How long till he came to? Probably about maybe 4 sets of CPR. 4 rounds, 5 maybe.
With water in his lungs, Ryan is still at risk of cardiac arrest and secondary drowning. One of the first to reach Ryan was former lifeguard Matt Cahoon.
Yeah, I was just out body surfing. A whole lot of kids had their, they were doing the right thing. I sent Matt over on the board, he's whacked a breath into him. Maxie on the jet ski came across. I jumped on the back of the jet ski, he was gone, he was vomiting up, his eyes were rolling.
Someone handed me his arm, pulled him up by myself, dragged him up, and one of the swimmers out there was the next lifeguard, and I said, mate, get on and, like, you know, start compressing. Took him straight in. To be honest, I thought he was gone.
At St Vincent's Emergency, Ryan is still in critical condition.
His lungs were full of water. So we had to put a tube down his throat and a machine is ventilating him. In his stomach as well, a lot of water. We had about half a litre of water in there. CPR started straight away and that's what was needed. Instant, early, effective CPR. And the guys at the beach have saved his life.
Ryan Kim, the man lifeguards brought back to life.
Do you remember what happened?
I swim in the sea.
Yeah.
Then big waves cover me. My body is turned over in the sea. So I drank too much sea. Salty water. I can swim, so I tried that. But another
wave here.
Maybe 3 times. I give up. I fall in water.
Oh, above your head, yep.
Yeah, everything is so comfortable, and then I think, oh, it's die. Oh, I'm very scared, and then my memory is slowly shut down. First, I waking up.
Yes.
I heard crap.
Oh, really? You remember?
Yeah. 항상 매일매일 이제 여러분들의 이제 도움을 잊지 않고 살고 싶어요. 네.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to see you smile. Thank you very much. It's pretty special to meet the guy and just to see him walking around. It's good. It's a good feeling.
It's this wine
for you. We love wine. Thank you very much.
You know, the fact that you brought someone back to life and I was able to contribute to that, you know, I feel really good. He's in his mid-20s, a life expectancy of another 60 years, you know, so, and he sees another beautiful day.